Phosphor fans, Earl at thelogbook.com. We're back on the original Nintendo Game Boy to look at an interesting classic arcade port from early in the Game Boy's lifespan. And this is Accolades' 1991 version of Asteroids, developed by the Code Monkeys. Competition play and team play, obviously those were Game Link features. That went well. Kind of ran into a counterintuitive thing as far as which control I expected to be fire and which control I expected to be hyperspace. Like that. The pushing up on the D-pad is thrust. Very much a control scheme inspired by the Atari 2600 home version of Asteroids. I really like the graphics, even though it's kind of probably a photo negative of what you would be expecting to see. You would expect space to be black. This was in the early days of LCD displays, and the natural state of the display was blank, or I guess you'd call it white, even though it really wasn't white. It was kind of the off-greenish color. And so it cost a lot less processor power to leave the background white than it would be to try to fill it in black. Not bad considering that I went into the game not really being familiar with the controls. Let's try it again. Can you imagine what terrible shape all of us Asteroids veterans would be in if this game kept track of your accuracy along the lines of Galaga? Because I think most of us sit in one place and blast away like crazy. Oops, and maybe that's not a good idea when there's a UFO on the screen. Whoa. Getting a little bit speedy here. There was another version of Asteroids to come later that was done by, I believe it was Activision, around 1999 or 2000, which was a real, that era was really heavy on updated retro arcade titles, and not just for the Game Boy either. They were all over the PlayStation as well, I remember. This, however, is a pretty straightforward port of the original arcade game. There are no power-ups, there's very little here that wasn't in the original arcade game. So it's, 1991, you're only a couple of years into the lifespan of the Game Boy platform. I wonder if it'll let me put the whole word in there. I guess so. Oh. There's a learning curve even with the high score initial entry screen. So there you have it. Asteroids on the original monochrome Game Boy. All they were trying to do was bring the arcade game into this new format, and for my money, they did it pretty spectacularly well.